right, we're moving on to our next 2v2. Let's take a look who will be represented. Starting off with Team Japan, Sutanmi and Ceros taking on FlashNDNight and DiamondProx representing the CIS. So let's start with some of the Japanese representatives. Sutanmi, most popular Japanese streamer. This guy, not known for being the most serious, likes to have a little bit of fun, likes to troll around a little bit.
Yeah, he wants to troll around a little bit, but not too much here at All-Stars. He doesn't want to troll his own teammate. He's got the ruler out here. Getting it perfect. The first guy I saw doing this, it was back in like the Brood War days. You saw some pro gamers using it, trying to make sure everything is exactly the right height, the right distance from their face. Everything is exactly how they're using it.
I love this. This isn't even just distance for now. This is just making sure it's straight. He's measuring the corner of each monitor. Ceros, of course, mid laner for Detonation Focus. This is a guy who's been on the international stage a whole bunch. We've seen him a ton. DiamondProx, one of the original counter junglers, one of the legacy old school, one of the first really famous junglers to hit the scene. He's going to be joined by FlashNDNight, who is a former pro, now turned streamer and caster for League of Legends in the CIS.
Yeah, he's a caster for the LCL, which is definitely really cool. And as you say, I mean, DiamondProx, he was revolutionary. He invented a lot of new jungle styles. He was one of the first guys to really kind of be a pioneer for the more modern jungle style, and has made a completely huge name for himself in the scene over the years. And it'll be pretty exciting to see how they are going to pair up. Ceros has a pretty nasty Heimerdinger as well, which has worked out pretty well for him. I did believe we got to see it actually in Worlds Play and everything. It didn't actually get any wins, but it's certainly his signature pick.
The problem is, his Heimerdinger was outclassed by the world's best Hyundinger.
Okay.
So while it was great to see, he was playing checkers and Hyun was playing 4D chess.
Well, maybe he's studied up on those VODs. Maybe he's brushed up on that Hyundinger.
Let's see if it finds itself on the ban pool. What is fun about this one, by the way, we're now on the other side of the bracket. So the first 4 games was the left-hand side. They will be playing one of the 4 representatives who won will then make it to the final. Now we're on the right-hand side of the bracket. Of course, reminder, this is the 2v2 Pro-Am for charity. And Sutanmi, which is Sutanmi and Ceros taking on FlashNDNight, and DiamondProx. Poke has been the name of the game. We've seen a lot of kills, in fact. Of the 4 games played, 3 of them have gone to a kills victory, and only 1 went to 100 CS. So that does make me happy.
Yep, no turret really threatened at all so far. We've seen maybe a turret like half-ish HP is about as close as that has gotten. And, a lot of the kills have also been because people were kind of threatened into those all-ins. When people are getting CS advantages, it's forcing the other team's hand, trying to make them go in for those all-ins, which may be disadvantageous. And so far, as you say, it's been all really about Comet. Dark Harvest is pretty much not been seen at all, which does make sense, I think, with the nerfs coming in and also the fact that, it gets stronger throughout the game with that stacking up.
I think it's good to say, I haven't actually said this yet in the previous games. We are playing on a live patch. It is 8:24. A lot of these pros that have come in, they flew in, landed on sort of Monday or Tuesday this week, haven't had a lot of time to adapt. I believe NA server was patched Tuesday night, if I recall correctly, but basically the last few days. So this is a lot of theory crafting, this is a lot of reading the patch notes and then interpreting it. Then on top of that we're playing on, the 1v1 ARAM map, which is different hit scaling on the towers. Oh, and then on top of that, we're playing 2v2. So there are multiple layers of prep and involvement that goes into this.
There definitely are, and I think there's multiple levels of prep that the different teams put in. Some teams prepping pretty hard. Some players, we're on the PvE trying out new camps.
What are you trying to say? What is it that you were implying with that statement?
Some of these guys are slacking, Trevor.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to get on record. I get on the record. Listen,
we saw Nico earlier from Nightblue and Caps. Maybe they were on the PvE grinding away.
It's still open.
Yeah.
Nico's still open. Nico's Zyra was very, very strong. Axel Capso managing to pick up the first win. I love that ruler, by the way. I'm a big fan. Lucian, Alistair, Nico, all champions that have won today have been banned away. Sutanmi and Ceros taking them off. FlashNDNight and DiamondProx, they've gone. The Zyra, the Draven. So Poke Heavy still available. Kanan, Varus. Options to consider.
And I think we are going to kind of stop seeing more Resolve secondary. I think it should be mostly just biscuits. Since it has been so much about Poke, people are being able to force out bases at inopportune times, and having the mana biscuits can really make a big difference in keeping you out there, allowing you to win that poke war. So I do think that, especially with some of the resolve nerfs that have come through, especially with bone plating, getting kind of weaker in recent patches, I am expecting more and more people to just be going pure biscuits. It seems like it's a lot about Comet, it's a lot about inspiration secondary, and trying to win that poke war.
All right, Azael, if you were Ceros, and you had this beastly Heimer, would you play in a 2v2? I don't think it fits. I don't think its strength is that great.
Hey, I mean, we saw that Yarnan actually won the 2v2 at Rift Rivals.
Yep.
Right? So, and that was, he has used his Heimerdinger in the past to do that. Has certainly been very successful there. I think that you could. I think that the scary part about bringing out a Heimer in a 2v2 is if you are going against something that is much longer range, then maybe you're going to kind of struggle there. But we've seen people be able to work around that. If the other team is going for poke, well, you're just focusing on shoving the minions. Heimer still has decent poke with his rockets, but for now, we are not going to see that Heimer.
Yeah, unfortunately not. It's going to be the Xerath Jhin. Once again, poke, something we're seeing a lot. I love Brand Annie. The all-in level 6 is going to be terrifying. And that's a double kill. Like, Brand Annie with Tibbers Pyroclasm kills anything. Just end of story. But then you have to get through a Jhin and through a Xerath, so good luck navigating that space.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's so much, I think, what it's going to be about is just, can they actually get to 6, not be poked out, and find that all in? Because that is very clearly what they're looking for.
Listen, Azael, you didn't give me a review of the photos. You let the side down, buddy. But so far, CIS winning. FlashNDNight with, like, the double rock star hands.
I still think VRTT has #1. He's
#1, but as a team,
in this game,
as a duo, 2 photos that are good better than 1 photo.
That's true. That's true. They're looking good. They're looking good.
That's where I'm at. All right, I gotta quickly just write this down. So what is this? Xerath and Jhin for Ceros Sutanmi, and then of course the Brand plus Annie. Early levels? I mean, how hard is this gonna be for Brand and Annie?
I mean, I think they kind of have to take a page out of the VCS team's book and just look for shove, right? You actually just try to push the wave. You can both AoE W on the first wave and just try to push in minions, because I think for them it's mostly just going to be about getting to 6 and looking for flash tibbers, trying to one-shot someone, trying to get that kind of burst combo down. It will be tough, I think, otherwise. If you try to play a more slow, measured game, Jhin and Xerath should be able to outrange you, should be able to poke you down. And I kind of favor them if it's going to more of a CS battle.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I like the playstyle as well. DiamondProx and FlashNDNight, just completely willing to just wait for their moment, jump in, and find themselves a kill, which is what this duo is going to be doing. Reminder for charity, everybody. Minimum 10 grand going to charity of the choice. The Japanese representatives here. The charity that they've elected is the Action Against Child Exploitation. It's human rights, specifically children's rights charity. And they want to see whether they can earn themselves more than just 10 grand. We're seeing the biscuits, we're seeing the Comet. And this is kind of becoming more and more standard as we go through the game.
Yeah, and I think, even if you hadn't put in a ton of prep, if you're watching these games, you're probably realizing, hey, biscuits are looking pretty darn strong, and this is a lot of turret damage actually down on that first cannon wave. Getting a good chunk down on the turret, pushing them so far back.
I mean, I remember back in the day when there was a lot of talk about Annie and her auto attack range being pretty good, and helping out, but into a Varus and Jhin and a Xerath, it's not going to help you that much. And Diamond is playing really far back. Like, he's respecting the poke that can come down.
It's tough because if he steps forward and you do get stunned, you can get stunned into a Jhin root, you can take a tremendous amount of damage, and you need to stay healthy enough that if the opportunity for an all-in presents itself, you can even go, right? Because if you're already chipped down, doesn't matter if you're 6, doesn't matter if you have that opportunity, because you're going to lose the all-in. So we'll see if they're going to be able to pull that off, and how relevant they're going to stay as far as the farm, but at least for now, you can see FlashNDNight trying to posture a bit more.
Oh, very good stun. Sutanmi's in a spot to back away. FlashNDNight set that up, but I think DiamondProx was caught by a shocking orb on the top side of the map. So they end up trading stuff, trading HP, and consumables still in advantage. Ceros has got a posh.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much all the potions gone now, just that one remaining. They did get heal out, which is pretty big deal. Getting that heal out post early, pre-level 6 rather, is going to be a really nice advantage for their team.
Yeah, I actually missed that one. Well spotted, Azael. While that was happening, DiamondProx just got chunked down really, really low. Once again, eating the stun, eating a full burst combo.
Yeah, and it looked like he has Null Orb that did get proc there, so you know the kind of mini Hexdrinker rune is already gone for him. He did not take Biscuits, so back to base. He's going to grab Boots. He's probably waiting for a potion. Yeah, he's going to try to stick around and at least have something there, but the CS pretty heavily in the advantage of this Japanese team.
You could feel the hesitation. Sitting on Boots for a little while and then instantly 3 pots. So doing the math is like, do I have, what can I do? No, this is the best.
Oh, that poke.
Look at that combination. From a screen and a half away. I think Jin, probably a little bit sleeper OP in 2v2.
Yeah, I mean, Jin is solid as well for kind of similar reasons somewhat to why Varus can be pretty decent. You know, you are seeing him have pretty good wave clear. You know, the bouncing grenade in combination with the Xerath getting a lot of these minions low is going to allow him to push in pretty heavily. You're also seeing that he does have good follow-up with the CC, and you know, post 6, we haven't really got to see a curtain call just yet, but that is going to be pretty annoying, even if just used for poke. Like, you could just hit 6, pop the ultimate on Jin, and try to wear them down to the point where they don't want to all-in you anymore.
I like that because you can also, if you align it, you can also get some of that damage to go a little bit through the minion wave. Again, you're not using it for kill, you're using it for control.
Yeah.
It is quite literally a zoning ultimate, which normally we meme a little bit when we're casting together, but this time around we'll actually celebrate it.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens. Diamond, he got those boots. He hasn't used it in the potions yet. We'll need to just start. Summoning heal not available for Ceros. And we're getting close to 6 here for Diamond, but he's just getting bursted out over and over and over.
Yeah, it is pretty rough, and you can see FlashNDNight's still level 4. They probably want to wait for double level 6 before they really go for anything too crazy, and this poke definitely being very annoying. The turret's down to half health, so if you have a bad recall on the side of the CIS, you could even potentially be losing that turret or having that threat. They're down in farm, so very clearly they kind of have the 1 win condition, and it's just how well can you pull this off? You can see they're popping all their potions, they're trying to stay healthy, and they're just trying to soak up as much experience to get to 6, and then hopefully for them, find that perfect all-in.
And when teams have a CS advantage, it's around the 6-ish minute mark, between 6 and 7, that you're going to have access to your ultimate. That's what Ceros and Sutanmi will be hitting very soon. 5:40 on the clock, 50 CS to 38. Remember, it's 100 CS win condition, and Japan are just keeping themselves at bay. But now, you know, I counted out the Lucian Alistair combo from Captain Jack and Faker earlier, and just as I decided they were like going to lose, they found 2 pixel perfect.
Oh, here we go.
This is what the CIS are trying to do. Tibbers comes down, but I don't think that found its target. Here goes the Pillar of Flame. Sutanmi's running for his life.
They can get them both.
He's going to pick up the HP. Ceros is low. Diamond in the night. He's going to find 1. That's going to be a reply back, though. Ceros goes down.
They got him.
CIS obliterate Japan. And that was just nicely set up.
That was incredible. I actually can't believe they got not 1 but 2 kills with the first level 6 all-in, and that was just so well done. They both kind of had these little 1v1 skirmishes. They're both winning on either side there, and they're able to just get both kills straight up running them down.
Azale, I got so excited I gave them a new nickname. I think I yelled Diamond in the night.
Hey, that one's pretty good too.
Hey, I'm gonna ship it. I'm gonna ship it.
Flash in the diamond.
That was
in the
it.
night.
Flash in the Diamond Knight. They managed to pick themselves up kill. Flash in the Night and DiamondProx, the Annie brand combo. Very nicely done. And this is just the back end of the fights.
Yeah, Tibbers had actually been initially used on the Jin. Jin flashes out of there. Brand is chasing him down the whole time. DiamondProx is in there, weaving in his autos, going for that chase down. Brand is able to get 6. He has the ultimate, throws that down, nailing all the skill shots, and they're like, no, how did we lose? Both of us died.
Oh, unbelievable. Really fun to
Look at that reaction, too. They're pumped.
Flash of the Night, pretty intense there. Really wants to win. So that'll be the first win on the right-hand side of the bracket for the CIS.